Confucius once said, "Consideration for others is the basic of a good life, a good society." It's no wonder our society is in a state of anarchy, as lack of consideration has become the order of the day. This is Kay, and in this video you'd get to listen to certain people's experiences on lack of consideration. Stay tuned.
My name is Mr. Alexander Aya.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
So, in line with our movement to build a culture of consideration, would you like to share an experience where you are not shown consideration?
Well, I've had a plethora of experiences where I have not been shown consideration, but the one that is most recent which I experienced was opening an account with a bank, which probably is best I don't mention the bank.
Okay.
Which they are customer care services.
Okay.
Not just me, but since it's all about me right now, I wasn't shown consideration when it had to do with me collecting my ATM card,
okay,
which was supposed to be the seamless, something seamless. So I had to stand for about 2 hours, and not only that, I stood for about 2 hours. The ladies in the customer care section were very rude.
Okay.
They didn't show consideration for me standing that long. Even in occasions where I tried to ask questions which I was supposed to ask so I wouldn't be led astray, they were quite rude towards me. So that's an experience I had recently, which I wasn't shown consideration for my time, for me actually patronizing the bank, and I think that's an experience where I wasn't shown consideration.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
Yes, thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Considerate.
Okay, nice to meet you, Considerate.
Thank you.
So the mandate of Genuine Womanhood Initiative is to build a culture of consideration. In line with this, would you like to share an experience where someone was not considerate to you?
Okay, I remember one fateful day.
Okay.
I was with my sister.
Okay.
So we wanted to enter Keke. The distance was not far, it was just something of just 50 naira,
okay,
which normally we do enter. So that day I now entered. I told the man 50 naira, just down with. He said we should enter. Now entered and gave him 200 to give me change for my sister and I. And he just collected the money. We came down, we drove up just like that.
Oh no, wow.
I really felt bad, but the money had to go.
I'm so sorry you went through that experience. But thank you so much for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
My name is Mr. Agu Williams.
Nice to meet you. So in line with our movement to build a culture of consideration, would you mind sharing an experience where you were not shown consideration?
There are a couple off the top of my head.
Okay.
I think the most recent one was during the crossover night from the 31st to the 1st of January. We had a family gathering where an elder was saying prayers for different children in the family.
Okay.
And for some reason, he left out my name and my sister's name.
Oh.
It seemed unintentional, but I later got to find out that it was indeed intentional. So it did hurt me a lot, and it was inconsiderate, I would say, and I wouldn't want anybody to be in that situation before.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Good day, Ma.
Good day, my dear.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Sokon Didi.
Nice to meet you.
Teacher.
Okay, nice to meet you, Ma. So in line with our mandate to build a culture of consideration, would you like to share an experience where you were not shown consideration?
Yeah, most recently, 31st December 2022 to be precise.
Okay.
I was coming home from somewhere. Well, getting to the street, the pathway that leads to my house, there was this double parking. There was a ceremony going on, a wedding ceremony, and this particular man parked on the middle of the road, and he saw me approaching. He was conversing with somebody. Patiently, I drove towards them. He didn't move. All he did was another person on the passenger side stepped down, eased himself, and returned to the vehicle, and they kept conversing. I was trying to make him see that, man, you are parking wrongly.
Yes.
But they were relaxed, they weren't budged whether I wanted to pass or not. So not to have any problem with them, I stepped down from the car, wind up, off the ignition, and went away. They were there for a very long time, and for me not to get hot, I went where I was and relaxed. When they were done, over 30 minutes, getting to an hour, they now went to the MC of the occasion and started announcing my car number. The owner of this car number is wrongly parked. I was now the person being accused of being wrongly parked when they were the ones who blocked my passage. So, two wrongs cannot make a right.
Precisely.
They didn't consider me, but all I did was to come towards them, try to move the vehicle. The man, this banker, you're a really woman, you did this, how can you park here and all that.
In this video, we'll listen to an account of someone showing consideration. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment in the comment section with the hashtag consideration culture. Thank you. Good day, sir.
Good day.
Please, could you introduce yourself?
My name is Honorable Chukwemeka Ezendia.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
So the mandate of Genuine Womanhood Initiative is to build a culture of consideration. But this time around, we'd like to ask you to share an experience where you were considerate.
Yes. There was a day I had to board a commercial bus from Ababaneke to Ubiago.
Okay.
I wasn't driving my own car, so I had to board the bus. When I entered the bus, there were a few passengers seated before me. I had to sit down. Then, as the bus was moving, other passengers were coming in. So I had to shift well for us coming after me to have a very good sitting
position.
Yes. Incidentally, there were two other persons that came in after some persons, so I had to shift very well without being told. Equally as the other persons to shift as well. And I knew that the lady who was seated behind me was observing what I was doing. So at a point, she had to tap my shoulder to tell me that she really appreciated what I was doing in the bus.
Yes.
Unlike what other persons might be doing, not wanting to give enough room
for other people to sit
and sit comfortably. And then, on several occasions when I'm driving, there's always need to consider other road users, either pedestrians or other motorists.
Yes.
When you come to an intersection, you need to slow down and wait for people to cross.
That's true.
Those standing behind you are running for you to move. You need to, and especially students.
Yes.
Who are either going to school or coming out from school. When you see them, or market people, women and rest of them who are standing by the side to cross the road. When you come, you slow down and you see the joy and happiness. Some will honk at you and wave and smile. That smile alone and the waving is very, very encouraging. So it's good to always be considerate.
That is showing consideration.
Every other time.
That's true.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, sir, for your contribution. Thank you. Good afternoon, Lady Jane.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, so in line with our mandate, which is to build a culture of consideration, what does consideration mean to you?
Consideration is all about being thoughtful, being kind, being mindful of the things you say to people and the things you do. Okay, it's about observing the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Beautiful. Moving further, would you like to share an experience where someone was not considerate to you? Okay. Would you like to do that?
Yes, I would like to do that. And one experience that comes to mind is when I was to start a project with someone who was to finance this project. In fact, it was a school project. And there was a lady that came to one of my group classes, and I felt that she had something that would be of benefit to the school. So I introduced her to the financier of that project. And while they were having that discussion, and I was so happy thinking, that we had found someone, just to find out much later from the financier that the woman actually told him to drop me and take her. And I was gobsmacked.
That was terrible.
Very terrible.
And very treacherous.
Yes. Honestly, I couldn't believe that people could be that mean. And the only reason why he told me was because I kept singing this woman's praises, you know, and I kept telling the financier, you know, it's so good that we're going to bring this woman on board. She will do this for us, she'll do that for us. He kept looking at me until he now broke that news that she said that same day you introduced her to me, she told me to drop you and take her on.
What an experience.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
You're welcome.